Hey, how's it going everybody? Today I'm going to do a battery life test between the Oneplus 3T and Huawei Mate 9. I don't do this kind of test very often, so let me know if there's anything you want me to add or remove from my video. And before we start, I would like to go through the hardware first. So both phones have 1080p resolution. Oneplus 3T has a 5.5-inch AMOLED display, which is power efficient. Huawei Mate 9 has a 5.9-inch IPS display. Battery-wise, 3400 mAh on the on OnePlus, and 4000 mAh on Huawei. The specs are pretty much neck to neck, so it's going to be an interesting test. First, I have the charging speed test. I use the chargers that come with the phones. Huawei for the first time used their own charging technology, the supercharge, which has low voltage and high current, same as the dash charge on OnePlus. And so all the heat kind of goes to the charger, that the device doesn't overheat over charging. The downside is that neither charger is compatible with other phones. That means if you charge OnePlus 3T with Huawei's charger, you will have a much slower charging speed. In fact, I used it on my Xiaomi 4C. It did not charge at all. As far as I know, compatibility is possible in theory, but for competition or whatever kind of reason, they just don't want to do it. Anyway, let's go back to the test. Surprisingly, Huawei takes the lead in the first half an hour and being 3% faster than OnePlus. But the table has turned after 45 minutes, and eventually it takes 91 minutes for OnePlus 3T to finish the charging. And Mate 9, on the other hand, takes 14 minutes longer. Given that Huawei has a larger battery, I would call it a draw. And then we have the screen on time. For the record, this test is not that accurate, just the approximate number. I fully charged both phones right after receiving them, and I spent 2 days running wide array of tests such as speed test, benchmarks, 4K videos, while I have both phones connected to Wi-Fi. So during the 2 days, the battery on Mate 9 was most of the time 5 to 10% ahead of OnePlus 3T, but the result was quite similar. They both lasted more than 2 days and had roughly 6 hours screen on time, which is pretty decent already. But if you're only texting or browsing websites, you can of course expect 1 or 2 hours longer screen on time. So next I have the simple but effective video playback test. I used the VLC application to play the same 1080p footage. To take out as many variables as possible, I put both phones on airplane mode, 50% volume. I did not crank up the backlight to 100% because the screen on OnePlus is brighter, so I set the brightness to 50% on OnePlus and 60% on Huawei, so they're at the same brightness level. Now the winning point appears. Huawei Mate 9 lasted 12 hours and 44 minutes, which isn't bad at all. OnePlus, on the other hand, lasted 17 hours and 5 minutes, which is 34% longer. I think the credit should go to the AMOLED display, but still it's very impressive. For you gamers, I used the battery life test on GFX OpenGL benchmark. It gives 2 sets of results to indicate how long a high demanding CPU and GPU application is going to last on both devices and how the phone is going to handle after running a long time. So first, let's have a look at the OnePlus. The estimated battery life is 136.8 minutes, and the lowest frame that rendered is 1959. On the Mate 9, the estimated battery life is 200.9 minutes, and the lowest frame rendered was 1104. So if I take a look at the performance chart, you will find the weakest frame OnePlus rendered is still higher than the highest frame Mate 9 rendered. It shows that OnePlus has much more powerful GPU, therefore can cost more battery in extreme scenarios. And in real life usage, I used the Modern Combat 5 to do the battery rundown test with the same settings I used in the video playback, except this time I have Wi-Fi connected. Although I'm not actually playing the game, it's still fully rendering all the graphic effects. The result is very similar. Huawei Mate 9 lasted 6 hours and 28 minutes, and the OnePlus 3T lasted slightly longer, 6 hours and 47 minutes. At the end, I have a 9-hour standby test to simulate how much battery it drops over one night. I closed all the apps in the background and connected to Wi-Fi. So OnePlus 3T dropped like 2%, and it seems on Huawei Mate 9 it did not lose any battery at all. That's probably because the Wi-Fi connect got disconnected as a power saving mechanism. Okay, so overall battery performance, both devices did a fairly good job, but obviously OnePlus 3T has a huge advantage in video playback because of the AMOLED display, and it's $100 cheaper, so you know what you want to choose when it comes to battery life. Also check out my speed test between these two as well as the camera comparison if you haven't. So that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I see you next time.